Yo, you in a mess, so pay attention. You can't ghost me. This mirror talk is exactly what it sound like. And if it ain't clear, we about to make it clear. This basically is what you could call a different way to look at things. So instead of you taking the perspective of if somebody disappears or whatever, that something gotta be wrong with you. The ball may have last been in a court, but if they didn't choose to pick that bitch up and do something with it, they just fumbled the plate. There's a difference between being ghosted and somebody just fumbling you. And this is what I mean, right? For you to ghost would have to mean that the other person was depending on you to be whatever it was y'all was gonna be, more than they was depending on themselves. And if that was the case, that's a bigger problem than even them in the first place. Now, when somebody fumbles you, it's a completely different dynamic because you're not sitting around hoping and looking for this or that. It's a much simpler dynamic where it's like, okay, cool, this didn't go where I thought it was gonna go, but at the end of the day, I had to make this because I know that everything I make is useful for somebody. So in this particular sense, I know I'm not the only person who dealt with this, so I'm giving my perspective on it. You can try to force things all you want to, but at the end of the day, the smoothest course of action that you can make is paying attention. Pay attention and read the signs, because they always there. Like, I never believed in sitting there trying to force anything. It's either gonna be or it ain't. And it's really that simple. You can try to overcomplicate it in your mind and make yourself think that it's deeper than that, or it can't be that simple, but it's really that simple. Because at the end of the day, if you know who you are and you know you genuine, what reason do you have to stress yourself about things like that? You can't control what somebody else does, but you can control what you do. You can control how genuine you speak on things and how genuine you are when it comes to dealing with situations. Those are all things you control. So bringing it back, when you know that you genuine and you know that you the type that when you come 100% regardless of what it is, it ain't nothing for you to question. You do everything that you can past that, like it is what it is. You gotta let that ride. Not because you giving up or not because you just don't care. You can care a whole lot. Regardless of what it is or who it is, you can care. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you gotta manage yourself with how you handle things that you care for. Meaning, if you know what you want, but you dealing with somebody or something that isn't giving that same energy, rather than you pressing yourself or stressing yourself, you do what you can to try to make it make sense. And after that, you leave it be. You let that shit be what it is. That's exactly how simple it is. It really breaks down that simple. You do everything that you can do, and after that, you let it be. Does that mean things always gonna go the way you want them to go? Nah. But at the same time, things not gonna always go the way you want them to go, especially when we talking about dealing with other people. In my experiences, a lot of the hurt has come from forcing and trying to make things go this way or go that way. That's the only way that things even have gotten complicated, because as long as you was never letting yourself fall into the trap of believing that you can make things go a certain way when it comes to dealing with entities outside of yourself, you be straight. Now, can you influence? Yeah, you can be very influential. You can be somebody who is very good at changing people's perception or changing the way people feel about things. But the key is you can't walk around expecting to change. So bringing it back to the topic, if you know who you are and you, what's the word I'm looking for? You firm in yourself, you feel me? You don't have any doubts internally about who you are or what you want. There's nothing for you to question. You may have questions, but there's nothing for you to question with yourself. That's one of the biggest things I learned. You be all that, and I heard it before. That's what's crazy. You be all that you can be, and after that, you let it go. And it's gonna play out however it plays out, but you gotta still be you at the end of all of it, right? And everything I'm saying right now, it can sound overly simple, because it really is though. But when you think about what it's worth and what it can do for you, when you actually abide by it, it ain't no value you can put on it. Because the type of peace of mind you get internally from knowing that you did everything on your part, it releases you from worrying about shit. It's something that's just liberating about knowing you did everything that you can do, and then you let it be that. Now, does that mean you gonna always follow this to a T? Nah. But at least understand and know this. So when it comes to a situation like that, you can't sit there and say nobody told you. Because I'm telling you right now, you can only be ghosted if you was depending on that person or that thing more than you was depending on yourself. And if you walking around doing it, you got bigger problems than them. Something I learned the hard way. You can't put all of your expectations in the hands of somebody else. Meaning you can't put whether or not you happy in the hands of somebody else. You can't put whether or not you okay at the end of the day in the hands of somebody else, because they could be having a fucked up day or a fucked up month or whatever, and not be in a place to be able to handle you the way you would want to be handled. But if you running around putting everything, all your chips in that same basket, you setting yourself up, because that's like going in a casino and putting your whole life savings on one game. If it go good, okay, you just doubled your shit. But if it don't though, now what? Now what? Like, what you really gonna do when you put all your, you feel me? You can't put all your cards on one situation. That's what I'm saying. But really, you gotta decide for yourself, like, what's worth it to you. Like, do you feel like whatever it is that you may be thinking about is worth you making that type of gamble? Or is it like, nah, I'ma do what I can, and if it don't play out right, then fuck it then. So once again, bringing it back to the topic, you can do everything that you can, and that's all you're supposed to do. But you can only be ghosted if you had everything riding on that. Otherwise, we're just talking about a situation where the ball was in their court and they fumbled that shit. That's all it is. When you start looking at it like that, instead of looking at the situations like you less of anything because of that, you'll be better off. You'll have more inner peace, because you're not gonna be walking around feeling like if A, B, and C doesn't go the way that you want it to go, then you failed or you not good enough. Whenever you attach your own peace and your own mental security to somebody else or something outside of you, you signing yourself up for some bullshit off real. Because even if it starts off being cool, the minute it's not cool, like I said about the casino, the minute that you walk in that bitch with everything you got riding on one fucking game, if that shit don't go the way that you want it to go, you gonna be in shambles about that. So like, you tell me, like, did they ghost you? Or did they just fumble that shit? Stay in the minute.